access to Facebook. Live. And let's see if I shoot this one. Also to Facebook. Really? Dumbasses. Boom. Okay, I'm over here on TikTok liking myself to get more viewers in here. Hello, YouTube. Really? Really? Oh yeah, the Pet Cube camera caught something. Yeah. Hello, dog. Hello, dog. What are you doing, dog?
What's that little girl who's been?
Oh. Hello, whoever just jumped in there. I'm giving myself likes over here. Hello, YouTube. Jewel Marie, hello. We're coming to you live on TikTok and YouTube. And I'm exploiting the TikTok system by liking myself right now. So if you're on TikTok, just hit the screen a bunch of times to like it. And yeah, we'll be rolling. Let's see. Get my camera angle better. Free the witches. You heard Stairway to Heaven in the background? Yeah, my wife was listening to a video of a little girl playing Stairway to Heaven. Hello, little ancient jaguar. Where are you? I don't know you. Let's see over here on YouTube. Misty Wallace and Jewel, hello. Just started, so it's going to take a little bit of time for people to get here. Join through the invite you shared. Okay, so you're on my Facebook then. I see, I see. I see new teeth as well. Yes. Yeah, I'm working with them. I got to work on saying TikTok. TikTok jail. She sells seashells by the seashore. Oh, hello, YouTube. I'm coming to you live from New Orleans. Uncle Birch. Joe Dirt, how the hell are you? Always loved your haircut.
You don't have a knife, do you?
Knife. We don't need no knife. There we go. All right, hello, you people on TikTok. TikTok's finally catching up. Tap the screen a few times on TikTok to like it if you would, and follow if you're not following. It's the victory lap. That was a good 2 weeks, I think, in TikTok jail. Now, they perma-banned my account on TikTok, but I threw some legal sounding shit at them in my appeals, and it seems to have worked. There was a law in Texas that you could evoke in these situations when TikTok would do that, but that law has been stopped right now. But at the time that I threw that law at TikTok, that was still in play, even though I don't live in Texas. They don't know that. So I would probably have to credit that. You know, my account's finally taking off again after my 65,000 permaband account. This one's at 46,000 now. I don't know what happened all the fucking sudden, but it gets me more attention and more time in TikTok jail. Hello, YouTube, Joe Dirt. Hello, Power of the Occult. Hello, Cancer PSA. Hello, over here in TikTok. No, I'm not trans. If I don't know you, tell me where you're from. I always like to hear where you're from. We're coming to you live from New Orleans, and damn, we had a jump in viewers right there. Well, that's kind of crazy. Well, I've been sitting there in TikTok jail for like 2 weeks watching my viewership rise and rise and rise and rise and rise and rise after they tried to permaban my account. But I haven't been able to respond. If you're on my page, follow me if you're not following. But I'm sorry for not keeping up with you all. It's become a lot of work just keeping up with the comments. I haven't been able to respond to comments for about 2 weeks. But there's so much traffic on my page right now. It's hard to keep up with. And I have a good history of interacting with my viewers and commenting all the time and responding to their comments. Southern Virginia, right on. Connecticut, hello. Yad Yaddickville, North Carolina. How are you? Good afternoon. Hello, we're coming to you live from New Orleans. Um, I just got out of TikTok jail, and whenever I get out of TikTok jail, we do a victory lap. So here we are doing our victory lap. South Carolina, hello. Um, it's been hard. Yes, it has, but you know. I'm used to it. I don't get mad. I mean, I lost a 65,000 follower account on a permaban. And I'm on my way to getting back there finally, but that account's been hanging at a couple thousand for 6 months. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's a White Sage video. People won't stop talking about White Sage. Do you know how many times I did that White Sage video and said the exact same thing that I said on that one? That's now got 1.5 million views last time I looked. I've said that before, but that just goes to show you if you're on TikTok and you say anything important, repeat yourself. Repeat yourself. Everything gets lost on TikTok. Nobody scrolls through all your fucking videos and sees that. Is Rick Ross the biggest boss you've seen thus far? Who's fuck's Rick Ross? I don't know. What? Brownsville, Texas, hello. Missouri, hello. I'm over here on YouTube now. Houston, hello. Trolls never learn. Yep. So, Uncle Birch coming to you live on YouTube and TikTok simultaneously. Uh, uh, Somebody already noted right away, which means you're paying attention. Hey, California, how are you? I'm a California native. Nevada, hello. I'm working with my new teeth. So there are some things that I have a hard time pronouncing right now, but I'm working at it, and this seems like the best way to fucking do it. Because over here on TikTok, as soon as I turn off this live, the video disappears. So I'll try and use a lot of S's, things like that. But thank you for noticing. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about there, Cancer PSA. It says right there, Ask Uncle Birch. Over here it says, Ask Uncle Birch. I've been teaching witchcraft probably longer than your parents have been alive, and people tend to spend time asking me questions about witchcraft. Ooh, thank you for the dancing cactus. That kind of freaked me out for a second there. Dancing cactus in the middle of the screen. Dashing. Ooh, well, thank you, sir. I want to be dashing. Let's see. Happy Pride Month to you. Yes, absolutely. And I did that thing where you put your hand over your mouth. I do edit that too. I didn't know that was a Native American thing, and it kind of seems like the Native American thing's a little different. It's a painted red handprint over your mouth. But you know, well, the question I got is, how are we going to do "Speak No Evil" anymore? Which is technically two hands, but still, it's like if you co-opt a hand movement that's ancient as the dirt and then get mad if somebody else uses it. I don't know where this is going to go, but I thought the Pride Out thing was pretty cool. I liked what they did. And then now it's all, rather than talking about pride, we're talking about how the Pride people offended the Native Americans by using their thing. You know, this is their month. Could you maybe be offended at the LGBTQ people next month? Maybe bring that up later. It's like Black Lives Matter and somebody saying all lives matter. It's like, no. Yes, all lives matter, but not what we're talking about right now. Right now, we're talking about getting Black Lives to matter. So, this is their month. Um, as a heterosexual male witch, most of the men I know and have known are gay. Um, so have no problem jumping on the bandwagon there because it's pretty rare. I'm thinking right now of 4 heterosexual male witches that I know, and I'm stretching my brain trying to find more of them. With Saturn going retro, people will be squabbling. Yeah, but we can't play this game like we play with Mercury. If Saturn's retrograde, Saturn's probably going to be retrograde for years. For years. I remember last time Saturn went retrograde. God, it was like a decade, and that was tough times. I gotta say. How do you set up your altar? Preferably, how do you do it? First of all, spell Altar, and you won't get a bunch of shit. But you're gonna get a bunch of shit if you say it like that. Um, I still do it the traditional way. The back of the altar on the left is the goddess's spot. The back of the altar on the right is the god's spot. So either a statue or something relating to the god and goddess go on those pieces. Consequently, the blade goes on the right side in the front because the right side is the projective side. That's why God's there. And the wand goes on the left side, which is the goddess side and the receptive side. And it all meshes together, and then incense burners could be in the middle, pentacles in the middle. If you got a bowline, I would still think bowline is a projected tool, so it would go on the right. If you have a bell goes in the middle. Do you have tips on teaching I can do to protect my home? Well, yeah, absolutely. You can go over here to YouTube, Uncle Birch, and watch Cleansing with Air and Fire. Or I'm sorry, Fire and Air. And then there's Protection Magic Basics over there. But then the really important one you want to watch if you're going to do any of that shit, and I said it here on TikTok, just go a little bit back. When you banish, you must invoke. Say it, kids. Say it over here. When you banish, you must invoke. When you banish, you must invoke. Okay, Saturn retrograde is 4 months. Really? I thought it was longer than that. I can think of 4,000. Oh, Mystic Deanna, I love you back too. Ashhole, how are ya? Do love spells actually work? Yes. Thinking about casting one on somebody that makes them fail. What makes them fail is a difficult question. What makes them go wrong is doing a love spell on a specific target, a person. Um, and I know you think that that's the right person. And I got to ask you this. How many times have you been right? And if you were right, why aren't you with that person now? So what makes you think that you know the right person to be in love with? You probably don't. None of you. None of you. Unless you're happily fucking married, head over heels, fucking never gonna cheat. None of you probably have had that happen. You throw the spell up to the universe. I often have said, Hollywood will show us. If we want to see a bad love spell that's going to backfire, we watch The Craft, the original. You know, she did a love spell on a dude she didn't even want to be with, just to fuck with him. He turns into a stalker rapist dude. That's what happens with a bad love spell. The good love spell, practical magic. Got this young girl in the rose garden. She picks off rose petals, throws them up to the sky, and shouts out the qualities she wants in her ultimate mate. Quality by quality. She throws it up there. Now, that's actually a good teaching moment because this little girl made it difficult for the universe to come up with this. You need to make it easy enough for the universe to move with your will. She said, yeah, I said one green eye and one blue eye. And that hobbled the universe till they could find that. So the love of her life shows up like she's like a 30 something. But it's still, it is the love of her life. Has one green eye, one the blue eye, has all of those characteristics. Let the universe figure it out and bring that person that has the qualities that you need to you. That person that you're thinking of aiming at probably does not, because you are a very bad judge of those things, or you wouldn't be doing a love spell. Thank you very much, Uncle Birch, out of jail. See that? Look at this stuff that they suppressed me speaking about by putting me in TikTok jail, trying to permaban my account. Really, really well. If I'd have known what I know now, I would have never lost my 65,000 account. I know now how to get that shit back. What did you say about love spells? Well, where were you? I just said a whole thing about love spells. The basics. Don't do a love spell on a target. It will be fucked up. Do a love spell to the universe to bring you the qualities of the person that you want. Let's see. Somebody wants to come on with me. Drunken's mom. All right, let's say yes. Hello, Drunken's mom. Make sure my volume's all the way up. What's up? What you want? What's happening?
How are you?
Merry meet.
What's that?
Merry meet. It is a witch greeting.
Oh.
You don't know
Looks
that one.
very exotic where you are. Where are you?
New Orleans. Stone's throw
New
from French
Orleans.
Quarter. Yep.
Nice.
The hackberry tree right there. And I don't know what those other trees are.
Looks nice and warm.
Oh yes, we are in our nice and warm time of year. It's livable right now. We're not up in
What's
the
that,
hundreds.
about 90?
I'm not sure what it probably feels in probably about higher 80s or 90 right about now.
It's 71 here in New York.
Oh, that's nice weather right there.
88
Oh, 88. It's
feels
not bad.
like 92.
It's like 92 because of the humidity and stuff.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Oh hell, we'll get up in the hundreds soon. Then the hurricanes come, and But this year, we're not having a hurricane. They're all going somewhere else. I have declared it so. No more. 2 years in a row, we had hurricanes come. It's our break this year. We get a break.
Have they come and destroyed you?
No, that's kind of scary. I mean, we're California
we lost
natives.
Power for 11
Yeah.
days.
Lost power for 11 days is about the worst part. It's pretty hairy sounding outside, and you look out the window and go, oh, fuck. But so far, I mean, the first hurricane that we had literally came down our street, and it was quiet. And I walked outside, and all the neighbors came outside at the same time. We're all looking up at a hole in the sky, a blue hole with clouds whipping around it. We were in the eye. And I'm a California native. This was our first year here that happened. I go, oh, motherfuck. Here I am standing in the eye of a fucking hurricane. I never thought that was going to happen to me. And then all of a sudden, all the neighbors went back inside. So I went back inside too. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, boom, it all happened
I would have
again.
come out if I knew it was such a big deal.
I know.
I thought it was normal to always see the eye.
Yeah, no, I had no idea.
No.
Damn. What takes you to Louisiana?
I teach witchcraft for a living, so it's either here or Salem. Seems to be the place where I should be.
Oh, and you like that probably better.
Yeah, it's a bit colder, and I don't really like the attitude of the majority of the witches I hear about up there. Here we're like this
How
melting
about
pot.
gators?
Huh?
You got gators?
We eat them.
We eat them. I haven't seen an actual gator. We don't go to the swamp too much, but we eat them. First time I ever ate gator, man. Gator's good eating.
Yuck.
Gator bites? Oh, it's tasty, man. Fried gator bites. Ooh, it's good, it's good.
Ugh. What's it taste like?
Chicken. Like everything else.
You both said chicken all quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tastes like
I've never
chicken.
had them. I see them in Florida a lot, but I've never had them.
Yeah, yeah. We first time we came here, we had them right away, and been having them since.
Yep.
They're pretty expensive too, aren't they?
I don't think so.
They're
I mean,
about the same as
the
anything
food
else.
here
I
is,
mean,
when you go out to eat, it's expensive. It always has been. So I can't gauge it. I never had gator in California, so I don't know if it's more. It should be cheaper here since it's close by.
Right. They actually hunt them there.
Yeah, yeah. Hunt them, make them into all kinds of stuff. Gator heads
Are
for
you close
protection.
to? Are you close to the swamps?
No,
No.
no. We're at French Quarters, like right over there,
we're
about
close
5
to
minutes.
the Mississippi, though. It's
We're
right
close to
there.
the river. River's right there, but I haven't seen a gator in it yet. But it does happen apparently.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys haven't gone shrimping or done none of that mess yet.
We got here about
COVID.
2 months before COVID.
Yeah.
So there's a lot we haven't done. Luckily, we have a big house with a big backyard. We spent most of our time right here where I'm sitting. And, slowly been going out, but now um, the cases went back up. So now, masks are back
Well, because
on.
I'm compromised,
Marta hasn't left
so I
for
have to be
ever.
really careful.
Yeah, Marta rarely leaves.
You guys got mask mandates again?
No mandates, but New Orleans people are just kind of cool with that. As soon as the numbers went up,
We
I
just
started
start
seeing
wearing them,
masks.
yeah.
And people just started wearing them again. So they haven't done a mandate yet, but still some people are asking for vaccinations, even though that mandate was lifted too. But we keep doing the same damn thing. COVID starts to decline, and then everybody lets down all the safeguards that made COVID decline, and then COVID comes back, and then we have to do all that shit again. I do not want to have
Yeah.
to shut down again, man.
We have to wear a mask at the doctors or hospitals or anything like that, but not to go to the store or anything.
That's cool. Yeah, you would think, hospitals and stuff, you'd have to wear them, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
gym.
there's,
I don't like them.
so in New York, I don't even know the date. It's July something. Witches Fest is coming up in New York. I'm not coming to New York, but I'm going to be at the festival through, the internet. But that's happening in July, somewhere in New York. I don't know if that's close to you. I know it's a big city.
I'm not in the city. I'm upstate.
Okay. Yeah, I think theirs is in the city.
I'm close to Watkins Glen.
I have no idea what that was. I went to New York when I was 10 years old. I saw 2 snowflakes. That was my first snowflakes I ever saw. And I also saw Annie, a chorus line, and The Wiz on Broadway.
And that was just in the city, though. It's not,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
and that's all I really remember. New York. There was a place we went ice skating outside.
Rockefeller Center.
Rockefeller Center, that's what it was. Other than that, I don't remember a whole lot. I was 10 years old.
Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were way down there in the city.
Yeah, I got somebody in the chat here asking, is there different kinds of sage for cleansing? See, that video I have about white sage is about 1.5 million hits last I looked. That's all anybody wants to talk about on my page. And I've said this a billion times, so please pass this on. Beamer 3. Every other sage is good for cleansing except white sage. And if you ever learn the plants, get to know the plants, you will see that white sage is a drastically different plant than any other sage. It has nothing to do with any other sage. So it's asking me to let you in, but you're already here. You're Drunken's mom, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're already.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Duncan's mom. Yeah. Oh, Drunken. Mine was funnier though. Okay, yeah, you're already in.
Just touched that. No, it's a battle.
Uh huh.
Someone wants me to battle.
Oh, somebody wants you
just
to
touch
battle?
that and say, yeah, you touch that and say invite.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, it's a battle. What's that?
You can sit here just like we are. Person with the most points. See where we both have 0 up there?
Oh, we're supposed to battle?
Yes, sir.
What do we do? We got a rap? Huh.
Go ahead. You see? Look at there.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Lord God. Can you hear? Fire and damnation is what I have for you down there. On earth, I have ambassadors, archbishops, vicar, pope. They'll bind you with morality. You best abandon any hope. We're telling you that you should pray because you were born in sin. Right from the start, we'll build a cell and then we'll lock you in. Now that's crass, and the next verse is really hard to follow, so I can't rap that part out. All right, what you got? What you got? Let's battle.
I don't have no rap.
Oh, I win. I never saw
Sorta,
this. There's
kinda,
like a
but you're
scoreboard. We
older
got
than
like a
me.
rap battle scoreboard. It said me versus her, and there's a little scoreboard up here. And how did I get 15 hits? Does that mean that TikTok
you
liked
got
my
5
rhymes?
people in
You
there.
won the battle, or you're winning the battle?
TikTok liked my rhymes, I guess.
Yeah.
Ask
See there? You're kicking my tail.
Yeah. Traffic. Looking for my chapstick. Feeling kind of car sick. There's a Ford Maverick. Malibu's most wanted, y'all. Give me some points for that. Shit.
Whereabouts in California did you come from?
We were all over. We met in Santa Cruz, California. She was from Hollywood. I was from Long Beach, which is right next door.
And then we moved back to LA.
And then eventually we moved back to Hollywood for a while, West Hollywood, and then Hollywood proper. That's where I got my big break in Hollywood. Cursed Films. Check me out on Cursed Films. Season 1, episode 3 or 2. There's some confusion there, but the episode about The Omen. So that was my big Hollywood work while we were in Hollywood. That was the Hollywood thing that we did. Except we went to America's Got Talent live for 2 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Marta went to school with Tyra Banks, and through
Nice.
other acquaintances, we got free tickets and got to go to America's Got Talent for a couple years.
Wow, that's nice. That's awesome. I got a friend that lives out there in Beverly Hills.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Actually, I got 2. Yes, sir.
Beverly Hills, Century City, everything
Yes.
so nice and pretty. All the people look the same. Don't they know they're so damn lame?
You've been
Spandex
practicing.
pants, cowboy boots. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but I got points for it.
You've been practicing.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this rap battle thing. I had a kid come on and challenge me to a battle one time. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
That's what it is. This is a battle.
Can
Thank you for the light.
Can you tell me how to get rid of a third party? Okay, you get your broom.
Wrap it. Wrap it now.
Get your broom. You visualize that person, or you write their name on a little piece of paper, or get their picture, or get their hair, something like that. Put that thing on the floor. Sweep them. Sweep them. Sweep them out the front door. Sweep them out the front door. You turn the broom upside down, tap the broom 3 times on its handle, stand it upside down, bristles up against the back door. They will get uncomfortable and leave. Especially if you do that right in front of them. All right,
Isn't Skid Row in LA?
Yep.
Yeah, but Skid Row's kind of everywhere in LA now.
Skid Row is booked. There's nowhere else to go.
Skid Row's overpopulated, so
Yeah.
like we lived in a very expensive condo, and look out our window and there's tents right there, everywhere.
Ain't that awful?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it is.
I went to we went out to San Diego, but we drove up to LA and up to Beverly Hills and Hollywood and did all that, and I can't believe all the homeless people.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's insane. I mean, we have homeless people here in New Orleans, but they're living very differently
I
than
think
those
the
in
weather
LA.
doesn't allow people to be homeless here.
Seems like most of the ones I see
Right.
here are in vehicles. But then there's like, we have this abandoned Navy base nearby, and there's buckloads of them there. Ooh, I won! I won the rap battle. She got the cryy
Oh,
face. I got the happy face.
stop.
Rematch? No, no rematch, man. That's funny. I never. TikTok's always coming up with new shit, and I don't even know what half this shit is.
This ain't new. This is
Yeah,
the
it's been
Is
going
same.
that?
on for a while.
Is it really? How do you know?
Because I read.
You read?
Yeah.
You read TikTok?
Maybe she's on TikTok.
She is, but I don't think she uses it really.
I just watch other people's videos.
uh,
Oh.
all
So
right.
you really been in this TV show?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a Cursed. I think it's on AMC. It used to be on Shutter,
Shutter.
and then now it's on AMC because AMC owns Shutter. But yeah, we had this whole film crew come to our house. We had these big, giant windows overlooking the Hollywood skyline. Right across from our house was the Capitol Records building. It was like the most iconic pieces of Hollywood were right out our window. So when they were looking for a place to shoot, they saw our living room and said, "Can we do it here?" And I said, "Well, let me ask the wife. She's from Hollywood. I'm sure she'll be cool." And so they came into our living room. We had like sound crews, lighting crews, shit all over the fucking living room, and they interviewed me for this is a series about movies that had been cursed. And the movie they talked to me about was The Omen. Very cursed film.
Nice.
Yeah. And nowadays it's on AMC, so a lot more people are hitting me up going, "Hey, are you that guy on Cursed Films?" Like, yeah, that's me. They're in season
Cursed
2.
Films. That's the name of it.
Yep.
Cursed Films, plural. Cursed Films.
I'll have to check it out.
And the Omen episode. It's either 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
either
remember.
episode 2 or episode 3. It's the one about the Omen that's confusing for some reason.
I'll have to go in there and check it out.
All right.
See if I can't locate you. Was your wife on there too?
Nope.
No, she's in the background.
Watching the dog.
Yeah,
did?
she was keeping the dog at bay. Which at
Yeah.
one point the dog got away and he came up right by me, but you didn't see him on camera. But I'm like leaning over, petting him.
What did you have to do?
Just they asked me questions and I talked about it. You know,
Just an interview.
it said, well, my name is Michael Carell, so it said Michael Carell, witch, on the screen. It was so
Okay,
cool.
the Google says it's episode 3.
Google says it's episode 3,
Episode
Cursed
3.
Films. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna check it out.
All right. Well, let me
See if
get
I
you out
can't
of.
find you.
Yeah, check it out. Let me get you out of here.
I
See if
will.
anybody else wants to jump in.
You have a good day.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. How do I do this? I think I hit that. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you pushed the button.
Disconnect. There we go. I don't even know how to use that too often. But here on TikTok, if you want to come on camera with me, hit them buttons. Let's see what they're saying on YouTube.
Sure, she'll recognize your voice.
Yeah. Broom spell. Okay, cool. I casted numerous love spells on someone, and they still didn't feel the same. Yeah. That happens. It's psychic rape. You're trying to bend somebody into your sexual will using magic. It's not going to work out most of the time. Better to throw your love spell to the universe, let them find that person, and bring that person into your
Is
life.
that what you did?
That's what I did. And, you know, some of the language that I used, you know, has bitten me in the ass a bit here and there, but shit, it's been 15 years of fucking marriage, 20 years of being together. I guess we're doing all right. Where did I get my blade? Where did I get that blade? Probably the Eye of the Cat. Yeah, the Eye of the Cat, Long Beach, California. 3314 East Broadway, Long Beach, California, 90803. The long memory is amazing. My short-term memory, not so much. What are you talking about here? Usually witchcraft, magic, but whatever you want to talk about, really. I've been teaching witchcraft for 40 plus years, so people like to ask me random questions about witchcraft because it's my job to teach witchcraft and I get paid to do it. So um, this is my pro bono work, if you like. I was always taught you could force someone to be with you through magic and left-hand path. You can, and you you'll get what you deserve. um, I always remember my first day in the first witch store in Santa Cruz. They left me alone. They didn't train me at all. They knew that I knew my witchcraft, and they figured I'd figure shit out, and I did. And a 12-year-old girl came in, and she said, "I want to do an obsession spell on this boy." And I said, "Honey, do you understand what obsession is?" Um, Obsession is the realm of stalkers and rapists and shit. Um, they may end up loving you so much they want to carry parts of you around in their pocket. That's the kind of thing that obsession brings. So, this is my first day, and I learned something very important. Nobody gonna listen. You gotta say what you're gonna say. They're gonna do what they're gonna do until they come back and you tell them, "I told you so." So she went to a female employee after speaking to me and then bought a series of things. The female employee apparently did not tell her the same things that I had said. And then a couple weeks later, she's back for, protection, banishment, quelling violence type of spells, this kind of thing. And the learning experience that I had was this is how you get customers for life. They're going to do what they're going to do, regardless what you told them to do. And they're going to have to come in and buy shit from you. There were once upon a time, I I will reluctantly take on work for other people, but if they keep throwing money at me, eventually I might. And so these people wanted somebody else to, wanted me to, curse somebody. And the price was right. I looked at the case. It was morally right. The person that I was cursing was morally wrong, was doing really bad things, was having people come in for readings and then bilking them for about $25,000 a pop to remove a family curse when there was no family curse. These people just come in for a reading. So I had the moral justification to get involved in this thing, and I did get involved in this thing. And then the person that I've been doing this thing to walks into my store one day, and I said, "Oh shit, I recognize her. She's been one of my customers for years." But I had this rule, because there was a lot of witches in that town. If you come to me first and the case is right, I take your case, and if it turns out that it's somebody I know that I'm working on, I already took your case. So we're going. So this turned out to be a rivalry among, what's the, Romani people over psychic reading territory in a particular town. They were fighting over this. And then the person that I did the work on kept coming into my shop by banishing things, protection things, exorcism things, this kind of things. It's like, I already signed on to what I signed on. I'm not going to tell this person, I'm not going to help this person because I'm attacking this person. But this person's coming to my shop, buying the stuff to protect them from the attack. It's like being an arms dealer some days. You're fueling both sides, but the money keeps coming in. Right, I see so many videos of people doing love spells and just hexing anybody and everybody. Yeah, because you're on TikTok. That happens on TikTok. And these people that you see hexing people on TikTok are not using magic. They're using the power of suggestion. They're going to make a video to the person they're hexing, tag that person, and say, look, here I am. Here I am hexing you. Do you feel it? Are you feeling it? And that's the only magic. It can be quite powerful psychologically. Um, People will be fucked up by that, but they'll be fucking themselves up. And so that's what TikTok's all about. Let me look over here on YouTube. Okay, nobody's asked anything in a while on YouTube, so I'm caught up. Very good. Exactly what it did. Through obsession and a chaos magic love sigil. Yep. Yep. Setting of lights. Hoodoo work. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'd like to do a series of videos on TikTok, and I'm sure I'll piss a lot of people off, but I would like to, somebody, come forth. Tell me, what are these things that are hoodoo? What are the objects? What are the practices? If we're supposed to recognize a closed practice, what are these practices of hoodoo that are closed? Because I haven't found a whole lot of difference between that and what I would call witchcraft. And we're all using the same components. So I'd like to see somebody specify these things if we're going to play these little games out here on TikTok and shit. And you're going to talk to me about a closed practice. Okay, what are these practices that are closed? What items are closed? We talk about the Native Americans. We know, okay, white sage, closed. Yeah. So, okay, so you were taught hoodoo. So tell me some specific hoodoo things that are only hoodoo. Because I've studied hoodoo in a couple different schools of hoodoo. I struck more by similarities than I am differences, even down to the objects, components, and even roots that are used in both practices. So where's the line, basically? You would love to learn from me. Well, I just launched another class. Let's see, today's the 5th. Over there, gumroad.com/witch school, WITCHSKEWL, like that person just said. I just launched Level 1 Witch School June 2022. And you can sign up for that throughout the entire month of June, but tomorrow is when the classes come out. So we got a bunch of people been sitting there, signed up since June 1st, sitting there waiting for the classes to come out. I tend to wait a few days to get everybody in there. But no matter where in the month you join, the classes that went out come to you. So anywhere throughout the month of June, whenever your payday is or whatever, it's $40 a month for a year. I was in your November year today, 2019. All right, right on. That class is probably still up. What's this person talking in Chinese over here? Let's see. I've been wanting to talk about working conjure, but I'll piss off the hoodoo practitioners again. I don't care. I don't.
Working conjures, I'm always book.
Yeah, and working conjurers, Hoodoo Moise, that's our friend. But I don't care. If we can't discuss these things, then you can fuck off my page. We should be able to talk. What are specific hoodoo practices that are closed? Because I don't believe that hoodoo is closed. Afro Spiritual just said the other day that there are some hoodoo traditions that have initiation. Okay, if you have initiation, then you have a closed practice. But here's a video that I want to do a little bit later on TikTok. I actually meant to upload a few videos before I went live, so in case I go in TikTok jail right away. But this God spousing thing that you're all talking about on TikTok, I'm sorry to fuck y'all up, but God spousing, that was a thing. That is a thing in some traditions. Um, in those traditions around high priest or high priesthood, the high priest is married to the goddess, the high priest is married to the god. Um, and I will not speak much further on that because what I just said is a closed practice. So, you can go ahead and say it over on your page if you want to there, Power of the Occult. God spousing is a thing, and it is a closed practice. It is a third degree secret. So these little kids doing it, that's not real. That's not real what they're doing. But that God spousing thing, I had to think about it for a bit. You know, I had a good couple weeks to sit around and listen to you all and not be able to fucking respond or talk because of TikTok jail. But I thought about it. It's like, well, no shit. Actually, motherfucker, I did marry the goddess. Marta did marry the god. That happened at a certain point in the initiation process. But I cannot speak further on that process other than acknowledging it is a thing. Um, but what these kids are doing, that's not the thing. That's not the thing. But the term God spousing would technically be a thing, and that thing is a close practice. I'm gonna go grab me a beverage and refresh Marta's beverage. Fresh new drink, Governor?
Sure, sweetie. Thank you. Cicadas. Thank you.
You hear the cicadas?
Yeah. You want to hear them?
Uh-uh.
In the distance.
Okay. I only have one working ear right now.
Well,
Clogged. Mm-hmm. Never heard of it. Voice acting skills. Somebody joined through the invite. All right. If you're on TikTok, you can tap the screen a bunch of times to like the live. It brings more people. Follow if you're not following. Um, Nobody's mentioned the elephant in the room for a few, so I'll go ahead and go there. Yeah, I got my teeth fixed. Yeah. So I'm still learning how to talk with them, and I'm using you to help me do that. So, while I'm helping you down your witchcraft path, you're helping me learn how to speak and say words with S's. I had a hard time with TikTok jail earlier. Ooh, TikTok jail, TikTok jail, TikTok jail. Hey, getting better at that. So, I was not idle during the TikTok jail period. I was kind of busy. You noticed but didn't want to say that you're so nice. Other people, didn't. But really, on TikTok, the amount of people that I've pissed off, the amount of trolls that I've made come out from under the woodwork, only two ever went there. Only two ever went for the low-hanging fruit of talking shit about my teeth. And shell, my teeth have been fucked up for so long that really didn't wasn't the flex they thought it was. How long will they take to get used to? I don't know. I literally, it's pretty new. A couple days or so. I mean, I haven't spent any time talking on camera because I've been in TikTok jail. Well, kind of on the other one. How did you find your path? What is the right-hand path and the left-hand path? Okay, well, that's a good question. I found my path because I had a fever when I was 9 years old. I kind of thought it was chicken pox. I'm not sure what it was, but what the old folk did back then to break a fever was put you in a hot bath until it pushed your body temperature up high enough for the fever to just break. Um, before the fever broke, and right before I passed out, I closed my eyes and nose to nose with myself was myself. A very intense myself looking at me deep in the eyes, trying to communicate something really fucking important, a very intense motherfucker that was me. And then I passed out. And when I woke up, I had this revelation at 9 years old. And I knew shit way beyond my fucking pay grade. And I was in a Catholic family. And I tried to explain it to my parents. And, I said to them, I am God. And I got bitch slapped because I was a Catholic. I never got the second half out. What I was trying to say at 9 years old, my limited vocabulary, is that I am God. You are God. We are all pieces of God manifest here to have the experience of living in flesh, to have the experience of mortality. It took me years to put that together, what I was trying to fucking say, but I definitely never got it out to my parents and learn what all witches should learn when dealing with Christians and Catholics right away. Shut the fuck up. They ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna blame you for everything that ever fucking happens. The milk curdles, it's your fault. The crop fails, it's your fault. The witch is the ultimate fucking scapegoat of fucking humanity. And you cannot compete with a closed mind. Just shut up. They'll never get it. I think, eventually, late in my mom's life, she accepted it. She started calling me up when something would go bump in the night. She needed to, get a ghost out of a friend's house and tell her what to do. She'd call me up and have me pull a couple fucking cards for her. It was like, God damn, Mom, after all that shit we went through, after all of my witch shit that you burned, the books that you fucking burned, wow, we got to this point. Yay, fucking hallelujah. Dad's still kicking. He's just gonna pretend that didn't happen. His brother, the former CIA analyst, knows everything I've ever fucking done and subscribes to my YouTube channel. I'm sure that everything that I never shared with my dad, he knows about because of his fucking brother, and we just pretend. We just go on all the way until he dies, which won't be long. We're just going to pretend that this isn't happening, that his son isn't a famous fucking witch on the fucking internet, and that's how I make my fucking living. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. That's cool. We'll also pretend that my dad didn't teach me the evil eye and the counterspell at 10 years old. That's another video I'm going to make on fucking TikTok, man. If you ain't Italian, the evil eye. I'm giving you the video at a time. This is what I'm gonna do. Stop it. If you're not Italian, the evil eye is a close practice. And you know what else? That, motherfuckers. That. That comes into rock and roll from fucking Dio. Dio's grandma used to fucking do the evil eye at people in the fucking market doing this fucking thing. And this is the hands of figure, an Italian charm. So if you do this, you're not Italian, it's a close practice.
I just got a text from Shannon asking about your teeth.
How about my teeth? Which Shannon? Oh, I thought you meant the neighbor. I'm going, she could see him from over here. Hey, there.
From the pic I just saw, they look amazing.
Okay. So, okay, you're 50%. That's enough. If you're at least 50% Italian, you can do it. So, back to the other guy on YouTube because he asked a good question. The right-hand path and the left-hand path is not what most people think. The Satanists are not the left-hand path. They are a left-hand path, but they like to refer to themselves as the left-hand path. The left-hand path is not the good guys, and the right-hand path, or the bad guys, and the right-hand path is not the good guys. That's not what it means either. It doesn't mean the left-hand path you can do bad stuff and you can't do bad stuff on the right-hand path. It's not what it means either. Originally, it was simple as fuck. The left-hand path believed that if the gods exist, they exist inside us, within us. The right-hand path believed that the gods do exist and they exist outside us. This was the entirety of the left-hand path and the right-hand path. However, since the left-hand path believes that the gods are within ourselves, serving ourselves is service to the gods. The right-hand path believes since the gods are outside, serving others is service to the gods. It should be noted that this is way before Star Wars came out because this is the Sith and the Jedi. Star Wars was full of so much pagan shit that only pagans knew back then, and we all saw it and went, whoa, the Force dude, the Sith dude, the Jedi dude, oh my God, a witch wrote this shit. There you go. Now over time, and actually going back to the original Hermetics, as above, so below, as without, so within, these paths run full circle right back to where they originated in the same fucking place. And we tend to believe, most of us, that the gods are outside and inside, above, below, without, within. So really, there's no left-hand path. There's no right-hand path. They haven't existed since I was a kid. What is anybody arguing about anymore? There is no division between the left-hand path and the right-hand path. That division was met a long time ago, and people still like to act like these are diametrically opposed paths. Those people are silly. Serbs have something similar. My grandfather won't shut up about it. Okay, Philip, I don't know which thing we're talking about because I haven't looked over here on YouTube in a bit. Uncle Birch is coming to you live on YouTube and TikTok. If you're not following, please follow. If you're liking it, hit the screen a buttload of times. Just keep hitting that motherfucker. I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to like myself. I'm going to masturbate right here, man, on TikTok. Man. It's like playing with myself because TikTok works against me a lot. Their shitty algorithms fuck me over all day, every day. So if they left a hole in their algorithm that I can exploit, motherfucker, I'm gonna exploit the shit out of that. I'm gonna fucking like myself like a motherfucker right here. I can't do that on YouTube. Somebody did that to me on YouTube when I first started, and I haven't been able to monetize my account since. The evil eye and the hand gesture. Well, it varies because for Dio, this was, well, actually, it's always the left hand. This was how to give the evil eye. But the figure hand was to repel the evil eye. So this was how to send the evil eye. It's kind of like a dip. Or, oh, I'm sorry, I probably can't say that on TikTok, but it's kind of like that. Under a table, something like that, to send the evil eye. This was to repel the evil eye. So, you know, some of the stuff that Dio learned, he learned it a little wrong, but this comes into rock and roll because of fucking Dio. And Dio got it from his grandma, who was Italian, because she would do this to other old women in the market because that's just what old Italian women do. They just run around hexing. Figure. Yeah, you got it right. F-I-G-G-A. Figure hand. A lot of people commenting on my photo right about now. There's my photo with my teeth. I got some canines now, too. I love that. Nice. That's too white. Way too white. I gotta get some stains on them. I was just showing someone that yesterday. Oh, right on. Who's that one? Ada? Hey Ada, how are you? Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. I'm on YouTube and TikTok simultaneously on 2 different things. Yeah, keep liking it. Keep liking it. TikTok says the more that you people like it, the more people come here. Funny enough, in Slavic culture, the figure is done with the thumb between the middle and pointing finger. Yes.
Okay. That's how we do it.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I think I did it wrong. I think I did it like that.
Yeah,
But
this is how
I've
we.
seen that, but
This is
yeah,
how we do it. Yeah.
yeah. Marta's Slavic, so that's what she's doing. So yes, you're right. I think I did it wrong. So for doing this. What up, Ada? Not much. Oh, I'm doing my victory lap over here on TikTok. I was in jail for a couple weeks after they tried to permaban my account. And I had to, spam them and threaten legal stuff and shit that, other TikTokers taught me how to do. And got my account back. But I didn't get my account back without a suspension, even though I hadn't done any of the things that they, um, said I did. But more about that later. Yeah, Marta's Slavic too. She's Ukrainian, and just in the last couple years, if I've seen her be able to get a book on the pagan culture that she came from, just wasn't available. They didn't have it. They didn't have any information. So what I've seen so far is fucking fascinating, and fascinating because it's so similar to so many other practices that I already know. Let's see. Okay, sending me likes. Very good. Enjoying your classes. Best dollars spent ever. Thank you. Oh, cool. Lorraine. May I ask a session are you in? I tend to have, I think I have about 5 level 1s going at one time, and I think I have 3 level 2s going right now. I'm seeing some of your messages. You with the Asian thing. Well, you don't have a right hand and left hand. It makes sense. Basically, look, you get a lot more done with 2 hands. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You get a lot more done with 2 hands. I use them both. Is putting plants into your room a good way to introduce some negative ions if you live in a town? Absolutely, that's good. Also, running water. Take a shower. Take a shower, or just even like run the shower while you're sitting in the bathroom. The movement of water releases negative ions. The other thing, science has found burning frankincense resin releases negative ions. So it can remove demons from your house and treat depression. It's incredible shit. What does it mean when you dream of people from your past? Do you know? The problem with personal dream interpretation is it's built entirely on your subconscious response to stimuli. So that person in your dream represents some other larger concept. That's why you're speaking to them. Your childhood house in a dream doesn't necessarily represent home and security. It quite often represents a traumatic experience you had in that particular house. It's because of the symbol. It might be Google spam deletion. Basically asks, what do you think of the spiritual meaning of the swastika and reverse swastika? Well, yeah, the reversed swastika was used by many cultures. It was a Tibetan symbol, and it meant peace and all kinds of wonderful things. And people often think that the Nazis took that symbol and perverted it. But on the Roman altar of war, we have the swastika in the configuration that the Nazis used it in. So the reverse swastika. Also, this was beset on the top of the swastika by an eagle, which also the Nazis adopted. So the Nazis were concerned with conquering Earth, everyone. And the closest people to ever do that was the Romans. So it'd make more sense that they borrowed that symbol from the Romans than that they borrowed it from the Tibetans, which was a different configuration completely. So I think that the Nazis borrowed that symbol from the Romans and used it to try and conquer Earth. It reminds me to fill up my fountain. Yes, fill up your fountain, or the motor will burn up. HZ is also the sound HZ that emit negative ions. You can actually, there's ion generator air filters you can get. If you get one with the highest amount of ions, can, you know, treat your depression and that kind of thing. So you get the highest ion generator, the highest amount of ions generated from an ion. Yes, that's what you need. You're welcome. I can't say your name because I don't know those characters, but you know who you are, you character. Level 1 of Uncle Birch's course recommended making a dream journal. Yes. Yeah, I recommend doing a dream journal because really the only person that's ever going to be able to interpret your dreams is you. And if you spend enough time on that, there's a language in your dreams, a symbolic language that only you're ever going to be able to figure out. And if you can figure that out by a dream journal, you can transmit that language backwards to your subconscious. If your subconscious is speaking to you in that language and you learn that language, you can use that language to change your subconscious and change the fucking world. I was just thinking earlier, with the pentacles, it's just a pentacle. Well, that's one of the things that people fuck up. So this is a pentacle. Doesn't matter if it's like this or like this. It's a physical object. A pentagram is drawn. Part of the root word means to draw or to write. So when we're tracing, let's say we're calling the quarters, we're tracing a pentacle in the air. Well, we're tracing a pentagram because we drew it. So that's the difference. So people say, oh, a pentacle's a 5-pointed star, a pentagram's a 5-pointed star with a circle around it. It's like, no, that's a pentacle with a circle around it. The circle means something else. The pentacle means what the pentacle means, and then the circle means something else, and you join those two symbols together, and you've got two meanings, at least. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about. That's deep. Let's say that. Say that. Everybody, let's say that together. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Let's do it again. That's important. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Now, forget in physics, shit. A certain particle in physics that doesn't move except when it's being observed. A neutron. I think it's a neutron. I might have to think about that one a bit, but the particle only moves when it's being observed. And we're observing it to see how it moves. But when we're not observing it, it doesn't move. So, attention is important. What's the difference between facing up, down, pentacle? Again, that's the right-hand path and the left-hand path. The left-hand path, the pentacle with the point down means spirit over the flesh. The pentacle with this point up means spirit over the flesh, and the down means flesh over the spirit. So those are two other philosophies of the left-hand path and the right-hand path. But since nobody remembers those philosophies, nobody's practicing them. So collapse the wave function, the exact state of uncertain until observed or measured. Yeah, but do you know what the particle is that I'm talking about? I'm thinking it's a neutron. Yes, you found me. Beloved screen, hello. Well, you should be following me, right? Okay, I made a huge decision. Invested beautiful copper elembelic. Still starting processing my herbs. Thought on who I should work with other than Venus. Well, copper is associated with Venus, but one of the reasons that we're using copper is because of the magic follows most of the rules of electricity. Um, and some of the things that we're using in magic is because of their conductivity to those energies. The most conductive metal that we have, at least in my day and age, is gold. But now we got platinum, and we got other fucking metals that I don't even understand yet. But in my day, gold was the best. Silver was the next one down, and silver's associated with moon. Gold's associated with the sun. Third one down is copper, and copper's affordable and usable for conducting those energies. So yes, it is associated with Venus, but I'm using copper because copper conducts electricity and hence is going to conduct magic. Let's see. My TikTok username is Uncle Birch 3. Pretty much subatomic particle, but mostly people talk about electrons. Yeah, you're right. God, you're right. It's an electron. Observe and determine one property such as velocity. You can't know its exact position and vice versa. By the way, the Statue of Liberty is Statue of Hecate. And what's the deal with that? That's cool. I can go with that. You have ravens around your house, you've never seen them before. Be nice to them. Give them stuff. Ravens and crows remember people that were nice to them. And they teach their offspring. So, leave them out some food and you'll never have a shortage of ravens. Oh, thanks for the likes. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. We're on TikTok and YouTube simultaneously. They like pet kibbles and a bowl of water. Okay. I have that. Well, thanks for sending me likes. Hit the screen a bunch of times. If you're liking it, it gets more people here, gets the word out, that kind of thing. Follow if you're not following. I just got out of TikTok jail, and so I imagine I'll have a lot to say over the next few days until I go back in TikTok jail because of the shit that I say. Ascension codes by Cynic. What did you even get banned for? Was it Santa Muerte stuff? I'm going to post a video about that. I've come up with some information that I might share with some people of exactly who reported what and when, and the IP addresses associated with those accounts. Where do I apply oil on the body for effectively for spells? Well, that's a good one, and this should be a teaching moment too. Anointing with oil is a person. Dressing with oil is an object. If we're anointing, it's a person. If we're dressing, it's an object. Whether you're dressing a candle, a root, an herb, whatever you got, that's dressing. Anointing, third eye, hollow of the throat, pulse points. Put the oil there, rub them together, bottoms of the feet. There you go. I just saved you like $50 right there. Well, Power of the Occult. I will make a video about that in a few, but if you go on Witch School, WITCHSKEWL, one of my backup accounts on TikTok, I have told the story. Um, it's on the video called Lawyer Up. I had an uncrossing. I heard an uncrossing should be done before dawn. I'd like to hear Birch's opinion on that. That's a good time to do it, like right before sunrise. That's pretty good. 3 in the morning is when that stuff tends to be coming at you. Um, just remember what Uncle Birch tells you. Repeat it. Make it your mantra. When you banish, you must invoke. When you banish, you must invoke. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you take something away from her, she will put something back in there that she's used to having there. It's like weeding your garden. If you weed your garden, plant something in the spots where the weeds were, or you're going to get the same weeds. That's the way nature works. So you can go and get your uncrossing, and if you didn't put anything in the place of the uncrossing, you're going to get another uncrossing in a couple weeks. Now, disreputable practitioners, some of them know this, and they'll go ahead and let you pay for a cleansing and won't invoke, won't put something in the place of that cleansing. You know why? Because you're going to be back in a couple weeks and need another cleansing. It's job security for these fucking people. I can't, don't hate the player, hate the game. But yeah, you've got to put something in the place of the thing you removed, or the thing you removed will return. Be it a curse, a cross condition, negativity in a house, a bad spirit, whatever. If you get rid of something, put something in its place. What was this? Why did you need the uncrossing? What do you need? Good luck, prosperity, love, happiness. These tend to be the kind of things that people are, throwing into your life when they're crossing you. So you want to throw the opposite of that into your life after you've removed the crossed condition. Invoke some happiness, invoke prosperity. I saw a witch out here. Did a video at who the hell was it? Well, can't remember who it was, but they used Uncle Birch as an example. They said, when you've been crossed, when you've been wronged in the world, eventually the worm shall turn, and it will turn around. And what she was referring to is Uncle Birch losing his 65,000 follower account. And then, she said this while I was in TikTok jail, so I couldn't respond. And now he's at, 46,000, probably 47,000 by the time I get back there and look at it. But, the worm has turned. The worm has turned. So whatever it was, I've done enough work to change that situation. Malekun Salam Medium Lugo. You are somebody we need to get on our show soon too. We got that witchy dude's coming on our podcast. I think it'll be the next Wednesday, or the Wednesday coming up. I gotta touch base with him on that. But we've been doing the witches of TikTok, the practitioners of TikTok. I think he might be under the root workers of TikTok. But hey, the Poleros of TikTok would be a show. I think we need you on there. So if you could, Medium Lugo, while I'm out of TikTok jail, I think we're both friends, right? Could you message me an email address or something? Because this happens, I'll be trying to hook up somebody for the show, and then I'll go into TikTok jail, and our ability to communicate through Messenger on TikTok is blocked. So if you get me an email address before that happens, that'd be great, because I want to have you on the show. That witchy dude. That narrows it down. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we were gonna have him on like a week ago, and then I set up the show, and then my wife reminded me. It's like, oh, well, that's our 20-year anniversary of when we met, and we have dinner reservations. So it's like, okay, so you're not gonna be on that show. So then I booked him for the next show, and then the wife said, that's our 15-year anniversary of when we got
Wait.
married, and we've got dinner reservations. So it's like,
Good
oh,
job.
so. So he rolled with it. He laughed. He thought that was funny. But we're gonna this Wednesday on Wittershins, we're gonna be having that witchy dude. I'll probably try and put a promo up here. Huh. Interesting tooth care stuff. Yeah, I credit my um, the start of my tooth problems with the year and a half that I spent in Headwaters Forest with Earthburst, trying to save the ancient redwoods. Um, and definitely one of the things that I did not bring was a fucking toothbrush. And at that time, I ended up with really bad fucking tooth problems, abscessed teeth, and I learned um, the rinsing with saltwater trick. Um, I'm out in the forest. I can't get the fucking antibiotics, but we did have salt, and I rinsed with salt, and the abscesses went away. And I definitely didn't take care of my teeth very well after that. But that was like the decline of my dental fucking health. I lost 6 teeth um, in Headwaters Forest. um, and just kind of went downhill from that. But I learned that the saltwater thing, and I think we brought that up on the that one crazy woman on TikTok that was telling people to deal with an abscessed tooth, you rinse with your own urine. That happened. Some of you remember that. That happened. This is the same woman that said the moon doesn't exist. So it really a wing nut. But I just came out there. It's like, why would you do that when salt water fixes every tooth problem known to fucking man? I mean, he's not gonna fucking grow your fucking teeth back, but toothaches, fucking abscesses, gum disease, everything. Fucking salt water, man. Fucking salt water is all they fucking needed, and she's gonna rinse with fucking her own urine. Yeah, yep, you remember that. It's hard to forget. I haven't stitched her in a while. I should go over. She's worth a lot of hits. That's right. She said dogs aren't real. It says actually regenerates your teeth. So so 2 teaspoons of trisodium phosphate, 6 tablespoons of baking soda, as much water as you could recommend, and that for a mouthwash, and it regenerates teeth. Well, I might have to try that. Got to keep what I have. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. My next class, or my latest class, has launched. Get over to gumroad.com/witchschool, WITCHSKEWL, and you look for the June Level 1 2022 class, and you can join that all through the month of June. I'm upset. Don't know how to break it to my dog that she doesn't exist. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. You're gonna get one of those hang dog looks, I'm sure, when you say that to your dog. Whoop, woo, whoop. 1, 2, 3, hello. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. On the victory lap. Just got out of jail about, let's see, about 90 minutes ago. At TikTok jail. always do a victory lap. The bank spell I stitched together worked. I don't know if I saw that spell. Using like dirt from banks, that kind of bank spell. Classic. A dog experiencing ego death. Hi, Uncle Birch. What's the difference between Mexican brujeria and hoodoo? I see a lot of resemblance. Well, that's because there's a lot of crossovers. When I picked up my first high John root, it was a Juan el Conquistador root. So there's a lot of crossovers. The African the African American or the African slaves were distributed throughout a lot of Latino countries. You know, all of the islands. You know, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, all of those, and down into South America too. So there's a lot of crossovers. A friend of mine, I think he unfriended me, but Hoodoo Brujo, who's now Tio Brujo, changed his name because he got shit for using hoodoo in his name and not being African American. And I would have to ask, where is your cojones? Change your fucking name. He made his name because of a dear departed friend of mine gave him the name Hoodoo Semois, named Hoodoo Brujo. Hoodoo Brujo caught some shit on TikTok, changed his name. Fuck that. I definitely ain't changing Uncle Birch if anybody's fucking pissed off about that, alright? I am the only one, bitches. What does my shirt say? Oh, free the witches. Norman Reedus wore this on an episode of Ride. And I saw that shirt and I said, I gotta fucking have that shirt. And I couldn't find it and I put it on Facebook. I said, where the fucking Facebook hive mind? Help me find this fucking shirt. I found this fucking shirt. I wear it a lot. And I wash it and wear it again. Love this fucking shirt. And since FTW is a biker thing, it'll look really cool when I have my Witches Motorcycle Club biker jacket on.
FTW is the biker thing?
Yes, fuck the world.
I know what it stands for.
Yeah, FTW is a biker thing, and he
Okay.
found a shirt that had it, that changed it into Free the Witches.
I'm aware of that part. Thank you.
Any cool stories? But no stories about that. No. I need you to change all the words. It's close practice. Well, again, if you just joined us, this is a closed practice. If you're not Italian, you can't use this. This is the bigger hand. This comes into rock and roll from Dio, and Dio says he got it from his Italian grandma, who used to do this at other old women in the marketplace. Now, Dio's mom apparently didn't know that that's how you send the evil eye. This was actually to repel the evil eye, but whatever. But if you're not Italian, you can't use that anymore, and you cannot do the evil eye. Now, I don't care if you come from a Latino country, if you're not from the Latin country, Italy, it's a closed practice, and you cannot use it anymore. Stop that. I will call you a colonizer. I'm German. I don't think we had anything like that. We probably had something. Everybody got their own version. Well, yeah, that's uh, talking to the Japanese guy over here. Um, yeah, well, that was like, his craft name. So craft names can change, but still, you know, there was a reason for choosing the name. And um, if you're gonna let people just give you shit and back down, it's not gonna be fun. You're not gonna have a good time. Uh, yeah, yeah. Actually, that's gone down in history. Was it Ronnie James Dio? I think it's the name. But you know, the Black Sabbath without Ozzy Dio. Yeah, yeah, that guy. He did it. He brought this to rock and roll. He gets credited with the original usage of this in fucking rock and roll. And he says he got it from his Italian grandma who used to do that to other old women in the marketplace. Well, you get out. You want to sit down with Uncle Birch. You come out here to Hex Fest. God, August 12th to the 14th, I believe, is coming up. Tickets will sell out, especially when word spreads that Uncle Birch is teaching 3 workshops. I usually only teach one. This year I'm teaching 3. This is the year to come to Hex Fest. Next year I'm going to be in and out. You going to be there? All right, well, say hi and shit. I'll have a drink. You got your tickets? All right. All right. Be sure and always, tell them if there's something in there. Say, hey, Uncle Birch sent me. Uncle Birch sent me. Because, before Uncle Birch came around to Hexfest, everybody that was at Hexfest was a fucking author. Everybody at Hexfest slinging a book. I believe I'm the first internet witch to grace Hexfest with my presence, and I've been booked there since. And now that I'm a local in New Orleans, it's cheap to book me, so they'll probably keep booking me. But in that, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to be a pioneer in Hexfest, and I'm also Witches Fest in July. Even before that, I'm doing that remotely, so I'm doing it through Zoom and shit. But everybody over there too is a fucking author. That used to be the way for big name pagans. You had to have a fucking book. I had no book. Working on it, thinking about it. But I'm the first like internet specific witch to be booked for these kinds of things. I think um, I had 2 last year. I don't think I did. I didn't have 2 workshops last year, did I? No, I think I had a workshop and a panel. I think I'm on a panel this year. I don't know what it's about, but I'll show up and talk about stuff. There was a lot of that last year. Yes, I'm going next year. Oh, well, I'm sure I'll be there next year. I mean, the people that put it on are good friends of ours, so unless I piss them off, which is kind of hard to do because they got thick skin, I think I might have to trick my husband into vacation being in NOLA next year's Sex Fest. Yeah, trick him. Just spell on
Oh,
him.
he'll love NOLA in August.
Yes, umbrella for rain and for shade. I suggest umbrella, parasol, whatever you got. Well, hopefully you'll catch a class this year. I don't make it to most people's classes at Hexfest because most of the people I want to see are morning people, and I am not. Okay, we're on YouTube. They're talking back and forth about something. Okay, cool. Hello, all you people joining. Go like this a bunch of times and like it. Brings more people here. I'm on my victory lap. Just got out of TikTok jail. Probably be getting out of here pretty soon. I got some videos I got to post. Didn't get to mine last. You didn't get to mine last year? What were you watching that was better than what? Oh, come on. What I am teaching, what I teach, nobody teaches at any of these fucking festivals, I gotta say. Mhm. Well, Lorraine, I'll be at Witches Fest in New York, virtual. So you can go to that one. Hex Fest was virtual one time because we had to, but Hex Fest is meant to be in person. Also, I'm usually at WitchCon. That's an all digital fest. Um, and that's usually President's Day weekend. Um, why are you and Hoodoo Brujo still friends? I don't have a problem with him, but he, seemed to unfriend me. I'm not going to play the game. Um, I butted heads with some Santa Muerte um, uh, practitioners because I said something that offended Hoodoo Brujo. And while I recognized that his friends had his back and was backing him up, his friends were a little too offensive on my page and quite frankly, downright bigots immediately out of the gate on my fucking page. I will not back down for that. I've agreed that me calling Hoodoo Brujo whatever I called him, it was offensive. I thought it was funny at the time. He didn't think it was funny. They didn't think it was funny. I didn't say it to them. I didn't attack the entire Santa Muerte community. I had a disagreement with a friend of mine, and a bunch of those people jumped in. And a bunch of those people mass reported my account. So, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, whatever legitimate reason you had for your argument, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. If you want your views respected, say them in a respectful way, and we can have a discussion. If you're going to come on my page and attack me, I will respond with tenfold the original attack. That's a blanket rule that you have when dealing with Uncle Birch. If you come at me, I will respond with 10 times the original force of the original attack. And after you've attacked, you don't get to whine about it. The attacker does not play victim on my fucking page. You do not get to dictate my response when you attack me. I will dictate my response, and you will just have to fucking take it or get the fuck off my page. Welcome to Uncle Birch 3, where we don't play that shit. Yeah, it's sad that people's lives can reflect. Well, yeah, I don't need to talk shit, but quite frankly, Hoodoo Brujo's content can be one video. We are the Santa Muerte community, and we own Santa Muerte, and nobody else gets to come to the party. And then just fucking repost that video all day, every day. I like the guy. Had him on my show. Quite frankly, his content is fucking one subject over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I disagree. Santa Muerte came into my life and demanded recognition and demanded that I become a devotee. And it doesn't mean I have to be in anybody's community. That was one of the things that, one of the people said. It's like, well, the entire community's pissed at you. It's like, well, fucking the entire community be pissed at something I said to somebody that wasn't fucking them. I don't fucking care. I don't want to be in your community. Okay? I don't want to be in your community. I don't talk about Santa Muerte because of people like that. Kind of like Palomayombe. I don't talk about that much either. Let's get the indigenous witch in here. You had him on before. Hey, what's happening? I cannot hear you.
Over here. Oh,
Get your
I'm not
mic,
doing much. I'm just over here seeing if anyone wants
microphone
my
up.
mic.
I can barely hear you. Crank that microphone or get closer to it or something. Are you talking? Say
Can you
something.
hear me better now?
Not much better. I mean, it could be me. I got one ear that's kind of clogged up, but go ahead. I'll hang like this. Listen to you everywhere. I'll read your lips. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing much right now. Just hanging out, pretty much. Seeing if anyone wants readings.
Cool.
While I hang out and talk.
You hear him fine on YouTube. Okay, they hear you. What the hell? Fuck? Why is my volume so low? What the fuck? Hold on. Let me make sure my shit's up. Yeah. I'm all the way up. Okay, they hear you. I don't know why I don't hear you that well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Doing all right.
Okay. You know, I remember watching your video about how Europeans had spirit animals. I'm intrigued by that statement. Do you have time to explain that, or resources I could look into to learn about that?
Well, I think the first reference I had for that was about 1300 Italy. The witches of Tuscany had spirit animals. And then, you know, that we find that in Irish lands too. It was pretty common. But the first reference that I found was 1300s Tuscany. I'm sure I Googled that. I don't remember what the search parameters. Probably just spirit animals origin, I think.
Because I'm very sure spirit animal and animal spirits are very different. I'll have to look at it myself, but just from listening, we're saying, I'm assuming, what do you mean when you say they had spirit animals? What was the significance of them? How would they be incorporated into their daily lives and all of that?
An animal that represented a portion of their spirit.
Oh yes, very different, very different, very different.
Okay. Why can't I hear you very well? What the fuck? You can hear him. Everybody says they can hear you well, but I don't know. I'm going like this, but I got you. As long as I go like this, I can hear you.
I can hear you well. Do you have headphones maybe that you could use? See if those work?
Let me try.
I'm still right here. Hold up a minute. Do something. It's 4 o'clock. Summer. What? Yes, sir. He's not in here. No way.
All right, let's see here. I guess the people on YouTube won't hear you at all, though. But let's see. All right, say something. Oh yeah, yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, I would use it for calling ancestors, spirits, that kind of thing. I haven't grown white sage in a while, but if I was to grow it, I would be using it for creating the proper atmosphere for the ancestors to enter, that kind of thing. Um, there are many there are many sages, and almost I can't think of a sage that's not good for cleansing, except white sage. And if you know the plant, white sage is so different than other sages. Okay. Makes sense. I'm trying it without
There
the
are three
headphone.
sages that I can currently think of. No, four sages I can currently think of. Two of them are Salvia family sages, right? Which are Salvia albiana, aka white sage that everyone knows white sage as. Salvia mellifera, aka black sage. Then Artemisia ludoviciana, another variant of white sage, except I'm not going to get into why sage and what's it called, mugworts are the same thing in native culture. That's go on. And then Artemisia tridentata. Those are four sacred medicine sages. Not the four sacred medicines, but four sacred sages, which I would say, unless you know the entire history of pretty much colonization, pre-America stuff, pretty much you need to know a lot of history before I would consider allowing someone who is non-native to use it. Which I'm sure, from my time of following you, I'm sure you do have an extensive knowledge on that, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm listening to what you said about the properties of white sage, and it sounds like you absolutely wouldn't want to use that to clear a house of spirits, um, which is what a lot of white
So you
people
know
are
how
using it for. It's going to make you more
now if it
sensitive,
were
you said?
yeah, if it were me, I would know how to select that the sage's uses and use it to clear out spirits if I needed to. But that's because I know the medicine.
That all makes
You
sense.
can't
Yeah, very good. Well, you jumped in here at the tail end of the broadcast. I'm just about to get out of here. But
but you were
thanks for
just
coming in.
questioning.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right. White Sage Gate continues. Well, I've been out here for 109 minutes and I'm just coming out here to do a victory lap. It's late in the afternoon. I got other shit I got to do. And I got a bunch of videos I got to post that I couldn't post while I was in TikTok jail. So I'm going to go post those. So, as our ancestors, the European ancestors in witchcraft used to say, to remind us of the troubled times through which they came and the breadcrumb trail that they left you to follow in the ways. Thank you for the roses. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again, y'all.